Hey there. Oh boy, are we going to have some fun today, creating some scary, kooky and crazy Halloween sound effects. As we get closer and closer to Halloween now, the month of October. Today is the 11th of October as I do this live stream. Very excited to bring it to you live from our studios here on the Isle of Wight. It's going to be a fun old session. I've got some props here ready to work with and looking forward to catching up with you in the live chat. All you have to do is just make yourself known. That's what you should do. Make yourself known in the live chat, i.e. who are you, where are you from, and what brings you to the live chat today to get involved in this lovely live stream that's going to be occurring today. So let me know who you are, where you're from, and all that kind of good stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. So I can see already there, David Silk has been in with the moderator spanner very, very early on today, getting ready for the show. We got Pete Sear in as well. Nice to see you, Pete, in Austria. Anthony Hall is saying good morning to everybody. Ule is back earlier than ever before as well. Ule, the designer of the fantastic lower third generator that features your questions. Now we should be able to feature Facebook questions during the show as well, which is I'm really excited about that. If you want to check out the app, mrc.fm/questions, to have a look at the code and maybe use it for yourself on one of your live streams. So if you're watching on the replay, just fast forward 4 minutes and 38 seconds, get straight to the content if you want. We got David Hunter in as well, ready to do some moderation. David Silk is asking Ule, how difficult is it to write code for something like a notes panel that he did for Adobe Audition, and what language do you use? Ule has been very helpful there with lots of comments on writing extensions for Adobe Audition. Exciting stuff. Nightbot is in there reminding you to join the community over at community.musicradiocreative.com. What else have we got going on at the moment? Lots and lots of chat between the early arrivals, which is very, very nice indeed. Joe Sami's here with a spanner and is heading over to Facebook. Excellent. Very, very good. You've left your spanner, David. Oh no. So looking forward to watching the Facebook comments coming in, and hopefully featuring a few as well during the show. That'd be really nice indeed. Really nice. So we're going to make blood curdling and brain crunching sound effects on the show, using, of course, Adobe Audition. If you are easily scared or of a nervous disposition, you may want to skip this one today. Three minutes until we get going, just enough time to share the video if you think someone would enjoy watching along with you, and also still open for around about 8 days, the Adobe Creative Cloud contest. Win 3 free months access to Adobe Creative Cloud, the all apps version. So whether you haven't yet got your own subscription and you want to get into the Creative Cloud, or maybe you've got a subscription and you'd like 3 free months of access in your subscription, you can enter either way, mrc.fm/win. mrc.fm/win. Get over there if you haven't already. Many ways that you can easily enter that contest, and I'll be drawing a winner on the 19th of October 2017 this year, as we create this live stream today. Paige is easily scared. Yeah, it's going to be a really scary one. Just you wait till you hear some of the stuff I've got in store for you today. So welcome along, Paige. Nice to have you here. Mr. Mega Radio UK, good afternoon to you. It's lovely to see you too. Morning from Cayman. Nice. Oh, and Pete, tomorrow is my birthday and I have to do some preparations. Wow, I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Sounds like fun. Lots of people watching this live stream having birthdays around this time of year. It was David Silk's birthday recently. Now we've got Pete's birthday coming up. My birthday's next week as well. Amazing. Alright, prepare to be freaked out as we head on into the countdown. Yes, the 1 minute countdown is starting very soon. Get ready for it. Here we go.
Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Testing phaser. Full frequency sweep. Stand by
for Music Radio Creative Live with Mike Russell.
MRC Live. Music Radio Creative Live.
With Mike Russell.
Starting in 30 seconds.
Yes. Hello, you, and welcome along to another Halloween special. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. You are about to be freaked out and spooked to your very core as we create scary and crazy sound effects. I hope you're ready for this. I'm going to be using Adobe Audition and a load of props, including a carrot. Look at this. This is a carrot, but this is a monobrow carrot. It's just got a cyclops carrot. It's got one eye on it. Very scary indeed. We'll be using a pepper grinder as well, one of these. I've also got, look over here, I've got a couple of these just here. Cheers. Yes, very scary indeed. And for the knife sharpening sound effects, yes, a couple of kitchen knives as well, ready to use on the show, plus other stuff and other recordings that I made earlier. I'm just very excited about bringing this show to you. Now, let me tell you, if you are interested in improving... Do you like the pumpkin, by the way? Let me just move out the way and you can have a look there. It's a rather scary pumpkin I've got going on. If you're interested in upping your audio game and learning more about audio production, why not book a one-on-one coaching session with myself, Mike Russell? I'm available for October for the moment for a limited time. If you go to mrc.fm/coaching, take a look over here, mrc.fm/coaching, then you can book a one-on-one session with me. Done a couple already, really enjoying them. And I will be led by you. So whatever it is you want to do or cover in a 1 hour coaching session, I'm happy to do it. If it's improving the EQ on your voice or just adding crunchy effects or something, or if you want to go through producing some imaging or a beat mix, everything we can squeeze into an hour. And as you can see from these live streams, we can squeeze a lot into an hour. Go over to mrc.fm/coaching and I would love to be your personal audio coach for the month of October. That's mrc.fm/coaching. So many other exciting things going on. The Adobe Creative Cloud contest is still going on. So if you want 3 free months, whether you're a subscriber or not, if you are a subscriber, we'll just give you 3 months on your plan. Or if you're not, you get 3 months free access to all the apps in the Creative Cloud. It's a good contest, worth entering over at mrc.fm/win. Now, get rid of the scary, spooky pumpkin behind me and head into Adobe Audition. And it's times like this I love to involve Isabella. And why not the whole family? Why not involve the whole family in creating scary sound effects? So obviously I asked Isabella to do her trademark screams like this. Oh, that one had a bit of distortion, didn't it? This one. But I particularly love this one. And I assure you there's absolutely no pitch shift on it. That is naked, unprocessed. Can we just have that one again with a bit of reverb? Hang on. The reverb was just going through my mixing desk, by the way. Nothing in Adobe Audition there. That was through the Soundcraft Signature 12 MTK. And wow, Dillinger Andrews, thank you so much for donating to the show already. We've only just got going via Super Chat. Amazing stuff. Dillinger, really appreciate you. And I'm going to mention quite a few of your comments, by the way, during the show. So do get them in. I try and get to them every 15 minutes as much as I can. So just pop stuff in there and we'll get to your comments as and when we're able to. Oh dear. I'm just, seeing some of these. I tried to make Isabella into an evil witch as well. Here she is as an evil witch. Reverb. Yeah, Reverb. And and then it was going so well, I just have to play you this little session I did with my son. He's 2 years old. He's going to be 3 in February next year, so about 2.5 years old now. And I didn't edit this. I left the guide bits with Isabella and I in between, telling him what to do. And he's an absolute pro. He did this session in 11 seconds flat. Oh, that's him laughing. Hang on. He did do a scream at the start. That was his scream. And then he was having so much fun, he laughed. And then... Go on. And then... and... Nice. Thank you. What a pro. What a pro. And then, of course, he wanted to go off and play with his trains. But yes, that's the reward for a great voice session. So... I really like that because that could actually be a little goblin, couldn't it? So I'm going to save this session now. We literally just recorded this session before we started today, and we'll call this Family Scares and save it into downloads. And I'll be producing some of these up. Now, I've demonstrated this before on a previous video, but I think it's worth doing again. New audio file, we'll call this Bone Crunching. Bone Crunching. And I'm just going to record, and this is the point where I eat my carrot, or some of my carrot here, and just make a bit of bone crunching sound. The carrot's good. Excuse me. I have been told to eat more carrots recently. Helps you see in the dark, doesn't it? Let's expand this a little bit, normalize it, and have a listen back to some of that crunching. You may agree with me. It sounds rather like bones being crunched. And over here. Excuse me. The carrots. I'm just going to do one more and have a real crunch on it. Maybe not consume so much of the carrot. Let's get really close. Hang on. Going to move this mic up and take the pop shield off so I can get really close. There. Right. So some bone crunching. Let's have a listen to that one. And we can do a bit of compression and EQ on that to really beef it up later on. So let's save that as the bone crunching. There we go. Put the microphone back down. What else are we going to have? Oh, yes. Wonderful. How would you like some pepper with your carrot? That sounds good. Let's just call this pepper pot for the moment. And again, more of a crunching, crazy sound. We'll just... Need to get a bit closer to the mic. Hang on. Achoo! Quite a bit of pepper in there now. Nice. Peppery carrot. So there's something else you can do. Let's just normalize this so I can use this in the multi-track in a moment. And again, my idea is that I'm going to try and bash out as many spooky sound effects as I can. And maybe if we produce enough, I'll stick it up as a free download on the community forum later on. Sharpening knives. Let's do this. Hang on. Don't try this at home. That sends chills through my spine, by the way, doing that. Nice. And we'll just normalize this a little bit. Normalize so we can see the audio. Nice. Excellent. Now, obviously later on when we get this into the multi-track, we can do some sharpening knives. We can do some really cool stuff with it to really enhance the sounds and make them even scarier. Now, I did have a pumpkin and a skull in the studio for a reason. Chimes. Let's call this chimes and just get a few of these because I was figuring that I could probably bang these together and make some weird sound. I think these are porcelain for Halloween. Nice. Okay. A skull and a pumpkin. Very good. Let's normalize and save that stuff. And then very shortly, we will be heading over to the multi-track, save the chimes. What else did I have here? I did, in fact, have another prop that I wanted to use. So let's save this, start a new one, and we'll call this Blood Gurgling. I've got a couple of ideas for this. First of all, your average, and I'm going to hold the lid on because last thing I want to do is spill this over the Neumann. It's Tesco Pure Vegetable Oil. Let's give it a shake. Try not to bash the mic. You might not be able to hear those sound effects too well, but when we process them in post in a second, you'll definitely be able to hear them. Let's see whether I can enhance that little shaking action there and see how it sounds. Normalize. What have we got? Oh, nice. Yeah, blood gurgling. We might need to apply a little bit of noise reduction on that. Let's just... but we should be able to get something really decent out of shaking a bottle of oil there. Nice. Yes, I'm feeling rather dark today. Okay, so we got all of that. I was just going to do... Yeah, I'm just getting a ton of ideas. May as well get them down. That's the best thing you can do when you're doing sound design is just get as many ideas down as you can at the start in the first 10 or 15 minutes, and then you can spend the other 45 minutes of your hour producing. Let me go for this. Hang on. Oh my. Hang on. Let's try that again. Didn't get the mic wet, just the logo bit on it. Okay. And I was going to do a few scary little things of myself. So and then the kind of tumbleweed blowing through in the wind. Look at how beautiful that looks on the spectral frequency display there in Adobe Audition. Let's zoom right in. And again, we'll be able to edit some of that stuff later on in post. Let's just see if I can get what I want. Didn't get the mic. So we've got that, and I think this, and then this, and let's just normalize all of those sounds. So again, we can start playing with them in the multi-track. And you'll see, particularly, look at this, how beautiful the sort of wind noise I was making. Obviously, you can see the frequencies there. I was going between 500 hertz and 1 kilohertz, which is quite smooth, quite nice. And then as you start to see the yellow bits, that's where I started to whistle. You hear the whistle there, so those frequencies become very pronounced suddenly. And that's the best thing about spectral frequency display in Adobe Audition. You can really see what you're working with. These are just waveforms. You'd see that in anything like Audacity or Logic. But then when you get into spectral frequency, which you either access by clicking this button here in the top above your Files menu, or you can just hit the Shift and D key, and it will toggle it on and off. Shift and D. On a PC or a Mac, will give you the wonderful spectral frequency. And we'll call this Gurgle and Wind. Right, I think we are sort of fully prepped now. We're getting to about 15 minutes into the show already. We're about just over 13 minutes in. So I think it's time for a quick jingle. Let's play a jingle, because I know you like jingles. I know you love jingles. And there is a phone number, by the way, if you want to get on the show today. If you're watching the live stream and you'd really like to come on and ask me a question or just have a chat, call this number.
415-800-1055.
Remember to add +1 if you're outside the United States and check how much it's going to cost before calling.
MusicRadioCreative.com.
I love it. So yeah, please do call. There's always a phone line here, and it's only open between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. UK time when I do this live stream Monday to Friday. That's +1 415 800 1055. Now, we're going to test out the wonderful questions and answers app created by Ule, who you can see there in the live chat. And I can see already some of the moderators have been marking some of your questions, highlighting them in yellow. And I'm going to generate a lower third. If you want to check out the code that does this for yourself, look, there it is, the lower third, go to mrc.fm/questions and you can check it out on GitHub. So that's Joe Salmi, and he's on Facebook. For the first time, we're pulling in a live comment from Facebook, which is fun, saying, "Are you really going to make scary sounds with a carrot?" Well, you heard it, Joe. This is a Cyclops monobrow carrot. Very, very scary stuff indeed. Good for bone crunching. What else have we got here? Mike, where is the vodka this morning? I don't know where you get the impression I like vodka. I love a bit of Jack Daniels if I get the opportunity. Yes, I would say Uncle Jack is the way to go. Paige says, "Oh my gosh, your son is terrifying, isn't he? He's a little terror. He's also an angel at times, but he's very good at doing that kind of stuff." Awesome stuff. Great to see Kyron in the chat. Yes, Kyron, who produces for us often at Music Radio Creative. Not only an awesome producer, but also here on the live stream. I tune in just as Mike's taking a big bite out of a carrot. What an appropriate time there to tune in. Joe saying, "I meant to upload a scary evil laugh to the community, and we'll do it now, and maybe I can add it to the show." Ooh, yeah, crikey! If you do that, maybe I will be able to grab it from somewhere. So many other great comments. I'm doing my best to get to as many as I can. Lots of the moderators do highlight some of your questions, so I can just put them on like this. Eliad Lionheart, is there going to be a tutorial later on? There's always a tutorial. Hopefully the idea of these live streams is that you learn something, at least something. And if you don't take anything away, then maybe there's a freebie, or maybe there's just a jingle for you today. Would you like another jingle? Let's do another jingle. Yeah, let's do this one.
Your audio production hour starts now. MusicRadioCreative.com.
Actually, it should be your audio production 45 minutes starts now, because we've got 45 minutes to go. Right. Oh, yes. Excellent. Louis Riviera is in. Good morning to you in the United States. What say you? Very, very scary stuff happening indeed. Big shout out to Doug as well, who's watching and saying, "Yay, nice avatar of a cat there on your profile. Love the show. Love your show," says Paul Orr. Thank you, Paul, for tuning in today. And Ule, who is the designer of this wonderful app you're seeing in action right now, generating these lower thirds, is loving the fact that we're getting some comments on Facebook Live. So yeah, if you are on Facebook watching this, do not be shy. Type in your question or just let us know who you are or where you're watching from, because I might feature you. We have the ability to do that now using this wonderful app that generates lower thirds, just like that. And one last thing, David Silk, the master of shortcuts in Adobe Audition, has said F9 is also a good shortcut to switch the spectral frequency display on and off. Does that work on a Mac? Let me have a look. Adobe Audition, F9. No, doesn't work on a Mac. Oh, hang on. No, I know what I've got to do with my Mac. I know why probably that's not working, because when you hit these keys, they've got like media functions assigned to them. So I think I need to push the FN button and then F9. There you go. F9. Who'd have thought it? F9 or Shift D, whatever you prefer, will switch spectral frequency on and off, and you can have a ton of fun with all that kind of stuff. So, right, let's hop into multitrack now. Now that we've got a ton of stuff, and we're going to call this Spooky SFX. And I want to have a play with some of this. So, blood gurgling. That's nice. And let's edit this together and see what kind of stuff we can do. Yeah, there's a bit of me breathing at the end, so let's cut that off. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I've got here so far, and I'm going to bounce that to a new track. Then I'm going to run some noise reduction because, as you could probably pick up, there was a little bit of background noise that I didn't quite want. So actually, let's bounce the selected clips only over to a new track. There it is. And we can safely get rid of that stuff. Now let's go in, and if we look at spectral, you can see some background noise there. So here, that's a bit of background noise with no blood gurgling in. So let's go into Effects, Noise Reduction, capture the noise print. Don't show that again. Okay. Double click everything. Effects, noise reduction process. That's doing a good job. I bashed the mic there, didn't I? Did you hear that bash? Try and cut that out in a second. Saw a carrot stuck in my teeth. Noise reduction by reduced by 20 decibels. Let's reduce it by a little bit more, 30 decibels. See what happens there. It's starting to sound really good now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that twice. So I'm going to run it once, and then I'm going to run it twice. Great tip I picked up from Durin Gleaves, who's the head of audio at Adobe. He let me know that sometimes, rather than trying to apply noise reduction once really harshly, apply it 2 or 3 times, a little with softer settings, and you'll often get a better result. I'm going to apply it one more time, and I think we're going to be sweet there. So, noise reduction process once more. Perfect. And then I want to just get rid of that boom. You see the boom there? That's the bass boom where I hit the mic. If I can't get rid of it, I'll just cut it out completely. But I thought it's worth using the spot healing brush tool for this. Use my curly brackets to make the tool a bit bigger there. And we'll just paint along like that. There you go. See, it's gone. Let's see whether that's better. Whoa. Well, that has shocked me. That's an amazing edit. So we've gone from... That's what it sounds like now. And then before, when we had the mic boom in, that's a big hit. And then redo that effect. Completely gone. So the way I did that was the spot healing brush tool down in spectral. I was looking for, let's just undo it again, the yellow, which is indicating loud frequencies at the bass rumble, as you'd expect, because you hit a mic. That's usually bass rumble. You can use that tactic when you're doing voiceovers or anything like that, and you kind of knock the mic or something. Or if you're not the voiceover, you're the producer, and the voice knocked the mic on a really good take. You can always try spot healing to completely remove that bass rumble, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to add some compression and stuff to this, maybe a bit of reverb to amp it up. Single band compressor for this. Oh yeah. Now I'm also thinking, hang on, let's turn the threshold down. We need some reverb on this. Reverb, studio reverb. Oh wow, that's evil, isn't it? Whatever's going on there, it doesn't sound good, does it? And I'm wondering if we could also go into modulation and add maybe the phaser. Let's try the phaser. Get rid of that and go into phaser, lo-fi phasing. Not really having an effect there. Magic feather. Oh yeah, that's cool. Now, if you're listening to that in stereo, that's really going to creep you out. Nice. Okay, first effect produced. I think I am going to put these in a little package. Just let me know if you think the scary effects I'm producing now would help you, maybe with your Halloween productions. Just type, yes, I'd like these effects. And if I get enough yeses in the live chat right now, I'll post them in the community after the show. Or if you don't want them, just post no. Or if you don't want them at all, just don't post anything. But if you'd like all these effects that I'm producing as something you can use in your own productions, just let me know right now in the live chat by tapping yes, and I'll make sure to do it if I get enough yeses. Right, okay, let's have a look here. So this was me crunching the carrot earlier, and as you can hear, it is rather scary, isn't it? Let's start a new session here. I'm going to put some MRC Magic Processing on it, so we'll really pick it up. Let's MRC magic. There you go. Right. So we'll get some kind of bone crunches here. Something there. I might just go ahead and add a little bit of pitch shifting as well. Let's see if that's going to affect things. Now, for some reason, and I've never quite figured this out, but the pitch shifter also makes the audio stereo. It gives a weird stereo effect. Certainly when you use it in the multitrack. But it sounds good. And what we could do is we can actually write on some automations here to kind of go left and right with the bone crunching sounds like this. So you kind of got a real crunchy feel. Oh, look at that. A donation of $15 from Jamil_N. Wow. Jamil, that's amazing. Thank you so very, very much. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing stuff. I'm guessing Jamil made that through the page at mrc.fm/donate. That's an alternative way, if you don't use Super Chat or YouTube, that you can donate to help the stream stay alive. Jamil, really, really appreciate you. And let me just have a quick check. Did I notice that you left a message as well with your donation? I'd really like to, if I can, read that out on the stream. So let me see if I can log in now to Streamlabs, which is the service I use to do those external donations. Jamil, I'm super, super grateful for that. That's amazing stuff. Let's have a look. Yeah, here it is. So Jamil_N donated $15 to the show, saying, "Hi Mike, really appreciate your tutorials and I've learned so much from the short time that I've been viewing your channel. You've equipped me with a lot of knowledge and tips and you've given me the confidence to take production more seriously." Well, Jamil, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And it's always nice as well to get a super message as well, which is just what you've done there, Jamil. So thank you very much yourself. Indeed, really appreciate you. Right, let's finish crunching some of this left, right, and center. And I know David Silk taught me an awesome tip. He said you can spline this by right-clicking on a keyframe, clicking spline. It goes all wobbly like that. So a smoother pan than just those jagged kind of keyframes I was putting in. That's bone crunching for sure. And now we could have a play maybe with some frequencies here. Let's have a look. Thinking about maybe using a waves EQ effect here. What have we got here that might be worth using? Let's use the vintage EQ4, the VEQ. Haven't used that. Don't really use it a lot, but let's have a look here. Low pass, low frequencies. Interesting stuff here. Playing with an EQ, so I guess you can enhance the frequencies of different EQs here. High pass and low pass. See what presets we got here. Bass. Oh, wow. That adds a crunch, doesn't it? Just that bass preset. I might come back to that. What else have we got here? Lots of presets for obviously different instruments, which is quite cool. I'm going to stick in with bass there. That's a nice little EQ. Just really brings the crunchiness out. And then I'm going to also, there we go. Let's take those two. And I'm just going to fade in and out. And I'm not going to add any reverb to these. I'm just going to leave them to be crunchy. For whatever reason you might want to use those for. I got some chimes here. Let's have a look. Now we could really have some fun here. Again, let's put in some magic processing here. Bit of studio reverb, I think. And I think we could have fun if we put on... let's see, I'm tempted again to go for something pitchy from Waves. Ultra pitch. ultra pitch shift. Let's bring this into the mix. Oh, no, that's not the plugin I was looking for. Again, pitch here, pitch shift, waves, ultra pitch, 3 voices, stereo. Let's try that one. Okay. And we can switch on some of these. So you see what it's doing, because this has got 3 voices, it's kind of tripling it up, and you can pitch it around, which is giving that real kind of weird clinky effect. I'm thinking of enhancing the treble on this. Let's just go into filter and EQ here. We'll go to our parametric EQ, and I'm going to try sort of rolling off lots of low here and bringing up the highs. Nice. And I wonder what would happen as well if I go in and add in the Adobe Audition pitch shifter and I run an automation on it. So let's bring down those envelopes, pitch shifter, transpose ratio here, and we'll try something like this and see how it works out. Or maybe going down to, starting from 1 here and going down. That's blowing my mind. That's sending me absolutely crazy. Can't be doing with this. This is too much. This is too much for one day, isn't it? So it's the audio production stream. We do it live from the Music Radio Creative Studios on the Isle of Wight in the UK, Monday to Friday from 2 p.m. UK time. I am Mike Russell, and I'm here until the 19th of October, by the way. 19th of October, which is a Thursday next week. That's my last stream for the month of October. I know, right? I know. But I'm back on the 1st of November. Just a quick heads up, because it's half term, and we're going away. We're doing some travelling. We're going up to Scotland. Going all over the UK, actually. Going to Cheltenham. Where else are we going to? Loads of places. Anyway, on holes.
The audio guru is here. He knows Adobe Audition in and out and is here to help you out, Mike Russell.
Oh, what a jingle. I love that jingle. Thank you, Isabella, for writing that one for me. Right, let's have a look at more of the questions that have been coming in. Great tip there, by the way, from David Silk, to use F9 on your keyboard to get spectral frequency display up and running. Steve Moore says, morning from Dallas, Texas. Fantastic to see you there. Good question from David. Whenever I bounce, it always drops my dB by -3. Why is it so? I remember investigating this, and it's something to do with settings. I believe you can change it somewhere in the preferences of Adobe Audition. Let me have a quick look. Hang on, it's probably best I switch you back to my screen share, and we'll go to the preferences. I'm sure I haven't looked at this for a while, but I know the same thing I think happens when you mix down from the multi-track. I think it's got something, but don't hold me to this, because I haven't played with this for a while. It's got something to do with that setting in preferences, the -3 dB setting there. Maybe try taking that up to 0 dB. I do seem to remember I had to play with this in a previous version of Audition. I think it's there in multitrack. But if it's not that, then I will need to go ahead and do some investigations, because, yeah, it's a very, very interesting question. David Hunter would like me to play the Music Radio Creative Aphrodite theme. We have lots of jingle themes here that are exclusive to Music Radio Creative. We can have them resung, by the way, if you've got like a jingle in your mind that you'd like created with one of these themes. We can definitely do it. Let's just play the Aphrodite for a second. You mean this one, David? Yes, the Music Radio Creative Aphrodite theme. And if you'd like to order any of these themes or anything at all that's a jingle, go to musicradiocreative.com, and exclusively for you as a live stream viewer, you can use the coupon code MRCLive, okay? MRC Live will get you 10% off anything on the website. So there we go. That's especially for you. Okay, I can see a lot of you would like me to upload these spooky sounds I'm making to the community later on. Thanks, Chris Mitchell. Thanks to Kevin Larkin for saying yes. David, of course, would really like to see them as well. Risty as well. It's good to see you here, Risty. Fantastic stuff. Don't know how to say your name, but you've got a wonderful, is that a chipmunk as your avatar? Very nice indeed. TFN video. We've had Paul already said hi to Paul on the stream as well. So really, really cool stuff. Jason referring to my gargling earlier on. Sounds like a robot gargling in the morning with Listerine. Yeah. Indeed it does. By the way, I'm digging the app that Ule, who's also in the live chat right now, has designed to show these live chat comments. Really, really cool stuff. And I'm putting any of your questions that are highlighted, I'm putting them on. For instance, Alexander has asked, now we've got Facebook integration here as well, which is great. So Alexander on Facebook Live has asked, will I be putting these sound effects up online? Yes is the answer. Go and join community.musicradiocreative.com. community.musicradiocreative.com. And don't be alarmed, Alexander, that you don't have an avatar here. That is coming in a new version of the app that displays the comments that come in via Facebook. But we haven't quite figured out yet how to drag in images from the Facebook API. From what I understand, it's a little more complex than it is with the YouTube API. So yeah, really, really fun app, and I encourage you to check it out as well at mrc.fm/questions. All right, there's my Aphrodite that I was playing. What are we going to do next? Yeah, I may as well actually show you the community, which is it's over here. And if you go to community.musicradiocreative.com, always interesting stuff getting posted here. Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga Power Intro, someone's posted that. Any Halloween mixes you've been working on, we're posting up there now. Alternatives to DJ Pro, a great beat mixing piece of software from Algorithm. Lots of people working on power intros after the session I did last week. And all kinds of just audio questions really going on in there. So yeah, get involved, and yeah, be fun to see you as a part of the community. Right, let's edit some of this down, and maybe get this. Let's bring that up, chink it up like that. Yeah, really kind of like, oh god, listen to those chimes. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna use that as well, so that can be in. Let's do that like that, and nice. The only condition of me posting these up in the community is I want to hear what you create with these. I'll come back to the family stuff later on. What have we got? Gurgles and wind. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's awesome just as it is. Sometimes when you just pop something in a track you've previously been working on, you get a really nice sound. Let's use that. We'll have fun naming these sound effects later. Let's have some fun by pitching this one down. Oh, nice. And I'm going to actually copy that again, and I'm going to have double fun with it. I've just had a new idea now. Let's copy here, and now I think I want to use a Waves plugin again. By the way, if you really like the Waves plugins that I use and demo from time to time in my stream, you can get 10% off anything on the Waves site, even if it is on a sale price. Just go to mrc.fm/waves to activate that deal for yourself. mrc.fm/waves. So first of all, put my processing on, and then in a empty effect rack there, I'm going to go into VST3 and pitch shift waves, and I'm going to make it the 6 voices stereo. Just for fun. Activate them all, and then we can have a mess with them. And you can kind of move move these up and down and around. Let's pitch those down. See? And, oh, we've got animation here. let's change that to 20 milliseconds. Oh, wow. This is getting deep, isn't it? I think we're also going to add another waves plug into that, and we're going to go for, where is it here? Modulation, waves, Metaflanger, one of my favorites, again. And we'll go for Hogarth Muton Phaser. Mutron Phaser, sorry. Queen Guitar. Or Puig Flanger. And Soft Spread. No, Through the Null. Up and Down Phaser. No. Doubler. No. Classic Phaser. Not finding something that I'm happy with at the moment. Let's take that stereo and combine it with this. And then we'll just do this and we'll kind of slowly pitch down like that. Nice. And also I was thinking of doing this to make it a bit longer, stretching it by 200%. Nice. I think that deserves a bit more reverb, don't you? Let's see what we can do with this to add more reverb on. Bounce, 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 bounce. Where's my bounce? Bounce, selected clips only. To a new track. Down there, thank you very much. Solo. And then I am going to reverb that up like crazy. Take all the dry down, keep the wet up. And then bring it back. Nice. I'm even tempted to bend the reverb. Hang on, let's see if we can do that. So let's multi-track mix down time selection. And this is going to be a bit of pitch bending going on in the wonderful waveform view. Let's chop that because the audio, as you can see from Spectral, ends about there. Do a nice little fade like that. And then we're going to go to effects, time and pitch bender like this. And just caught out of the corner of my eye, I can see Isabella is encouraging me to move on to laughs and screams next. See, I'm just bending the pitch at the end. Dark. Okay. And then let's put that back in so that I know where that it is for future reference. That's going to go in here. Hang on, that should go. Let's move that to here. Right, on to, let's move on now to our wonderful screams, the family scares that we recorded earlier. Goodness me. First of all, we're going to need to distort the heck out of these. So, yeah, let's add some crazy distortion. Where are we? Special, distortion, infinite distortion. Might need to turn this down a bit. Ultimate failure. What else have we got here that could be good? Maximum pain. Infinite distortion. Just finding the right. No, I think we're going to go for infinite distortion with a bit of reverb as well. So let's do that. And then this one I'm going to bring up and use that. That's quite cool, isn't it? Let's mix those two together like that. That is a demon gone wrong there. She's becoming possessed! Okay, we'll have that. We'll have that. I'll take that. Then I'm just going to do this and this. Let's put some panning on to make it nice and stereo. Left and right. Maybe turn this one down a bit. And we're going to need reverb as well. So let's find, is that where we've got the reverb? Let's go over here. Let's bring that down there. Right, now we're going to, I've got a feeling we're going to play some different reverb here, and it's not going to be an Audition one, it's going to be a Waves one. We're going to go for Waves reverb. Let's go for the H reverb stereo here. We're going to really have some fun with this. Smooth vocal, let's start with that. Crunching. Maybe we can take that out of the mix. Or take this out of the mix. Right, now we've done all of that. Hang on, I'm just going to give that a bit more breathing space when I mix these down. Because of the reverb, I want to give them enough space to breathe individually, these effects. What have we got going on down there? Oh yeah, that's one from earlier. Let's go over here and see, we've got the Witch's Cackle. Whew. That's not sounding quite human yet, is it? Nice. And then we'll mix these together like so. Try and actually combine them, because they're quite similar. Two different takes. There we go. Gonna need to move that. Whoops. Hold down Shift so it doesn't move around. No. Again. Nice. And you've got this is the kind of ethereal track here with just 100% wet reverb. I might actually take that out and use that as an individual take as well, because I really like that. So let's move that over there and then combine them together. And there we go, and we'll do a bit of stereo panning as well, just for fun. Gonna hop back in a second and look more at your comments, wherever you are. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, get those comments in. I'll do my best to mention as many as I can. Nice. We got that ethereal kind of... Very cool indeed. And then over here, we want to... yeah, that was originally my son laughing. It goes from that to that. Let's combine these two together. These two screams might be worthwhile. you've done correctly. You know what would work really well on that? Let's bounce it. Bounce selected track. Oh, I didn't want to do selected track. Selected clips. Bounce selected clips only. And, oh, yeah, okay. Selected clips in time selection because there's some reverb on it. Bounce selected clips in time selection. There you go. That's a good bounce. And we are going to place here, edit, insert, silence of around 10 seconds. That's okay. And then we're going to place a marker there. Reverse it. Effects, reverb, studio reverb. That sounds good. And then reverse it back. Where are we? Effects, again, reverse. And back into the multi-track. What were we working with there? Bounce 5, weren't we? Bounce 5, which I think it's going to be perfect to move it to around there. And, oh, maybe a bit further on. There we go. Let's try and combine this. That's another idea in action there. What else have we got?
And then.
Let's see what we can do with this. Maybe a little bit of pitch shifting or a bit of reverb. Goodness me. Let's pitch that. And
Nice.
we've got this, which again would work really nicely. Let's actually make that even darker by pitching that down at the end. Let's take those two and keep them relatively dry. And then I'm going to have a go with this this windy sound effect. Obviously that sounds more like an ogre now. Let's bring that to normality, exactly 1. And we'll do our best to keep this wind going on for a while. And then I'm going to copy that over like this, so. And we'll move that again. So we've got that on, where do we want to go? Down to the reverby track. Let's have a listen to this. So a bit of wet reverb there will give that kind of nice windy sound effect. And that is pretty much it. I did want to get in a few other bits before I just hop back over and read out some more comments before the end of the show today. I recognise that I didn't use the sharpening of the knives yet, so let's get them in. And that's using, what am I using on this track? I'm using H-Reverb, Stereo from Waves, and Distortion. And it goes from this, yes, just simple sharpening of knives, to real metallic instruments. It's amazing what a bit of reverb and distortion can do in the world of sound design. So we'll have that. What else have we got here? I'm going to take that, and also what I'm going to do is, again, a few of those Isabella screams would be perfect in here. Let's just place them in various points of that area, and also turn the volume up a bit. And then again. One more. I'm seriously going to have nightmares tonight after doing this. Let's get the pepper pot in as well. And do that and that. All right, let's save that for the moment. Yes. Save it all there. Yeah, I think I will just I will hop back and have a little
audio production and more. This is Mike Russell on musicradiocreative.com.
Well, let's see what you have been saying in the chat. So yes, Alexander, I absolutely will be putting these all up online for you later on at community.musicradiocreative.com. So if that's something that interests you, then do go ahead and join up to community.musicradiocreative.com. I should also let you know, by the way, there is a contest going on until the 19th of October 2017. Go to mrc.fm/win. And you can get 3 free months access to the Adobe Creative Cloud All Apps plan. So whether you're a current subscriber, you want to get some free months, or you just want to get straight in and use the software I use, which is Adobe Audition CC, and some of their other great software like Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Dreamweaver, the list goes on. mrc.fm/win. If you haven't already gone there, loads of easy ways to enter. Seem to get asked this a lot recently. Have you ever used Pro Tools? Yes, I have. It's all right, but I prefer Audition. What's the best jingle you've made? TFN Video asking me that question in the live chat. Wow, what a question to ask me. My goodness me. Best jingle I've ever made. That's a really difficult one to answer. I kind of like to think that every day, every week, every year brings another opportunity to produce something even better than before, because we're constantly learning, aren't we? But probably the kind of jingles that give me the most satisfaction to produce, shall I say, those that include beat mixing, matching tempos of songs, doing music imaging, that kind of stuff. And also, I love a good sung jingle. I love having a play with sung jingles.
Monday to Friday live.
Like this one. This is what we call a donut in the industry, by the way. If you've ever worked in radio, it's a donut, because there's a vocal at the start, a vocal at the end, and a hole in the middle for the presenter to talk. The Music Radio Creative Hermes Donut.
This is Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com.
Sounds like a bong. Really? Can you make a jingle for me, DJ Shortboss? Absolutely. Go to musicradiocreative.com. That's the place to get all your jingly needs met. If you need anything, if you're an audio producer and you just need a really good quality voiceover, they're all listed there. We work with more than 100 voiceovers from around the world. We can fully produce it for you. We can make you custom themes, anything you like, musicradiocreative.com. And if you use the coupon code MRC Live, or if you don't place the order on the site but you get in touch with us, just quote MRC Live and you'll get 10% off your order. So many suggestions. Can I record a lightning sound? Not on this occasion, but maybe in the future I will. Paige says everything is super creepy today. It really is. We've had other suggestions like I've created dying fairies, possessed fairies during this session, demonic fairies. Very nice indeed. Ule, I'm really liking the way that this lower third app is working right now. And Isabella reckons she can definitely make it in the evil industry. Yes, Evil Industries Incorporated. Indeed. So much fun. Thanks, Janello, for your kind comments. EMUC Productions. I need those sound effects for Halloween when someone rings my bell. Ooh, yes, that's a good idea. Scare them all away. Thanks, Joe, for uploading your audio. Didn't have time to get to it today, but I'll definitely check it out after the show. Kyron saying he loves donuts. Donuts. Yummy donuts. You guys really do know how to have a laugh on this show, don't you? So thank you so much for joining me. And remember, get this one in your speed dial for the next show I do. If you call this number, by the way, when I'm not streaming, it just goes through straight through to voicemail.
415-800-1055.
How far do you pull the fader down when you talk over music? By about 10 dB. Like that. Thank you, EMUC Productions, and thank you for joining me. Really love doing this session. Another one coming up for you tomorrow. We do it every weekday, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. UK time, audio production. And if you'd like to book a one-on-one coaching session with me, go to mrc.fm/coaching. Have a wonderful Wednesday.